Hey guys, welcome to Selenium with Java April 2024 batch online training session 1. So in today's session I will cover what is the objective of training, what are the topics will be covered and what are the additional benefit you'll be getting from the training, software testing introduction and principles, why automation testing, what is automation testing coverage and key consideration, automation testing lifecycle, introduction to Selenium WebDriver, how to do the setup like Eclipse, Java, WebDriver setup, and how you can create your fast test cases like using Selenium WebDriver for Chrome and Firefox browser. Okay, with the help of Chrome and Gecko driver respectively. What is element locators? What are the different operations you can do on web page, browser, WebEdit Box, and link? So that are the thing will be covered today. So what is the objective of the training? So nowadays, majority of the persons are involved in different kind of testing. It can be functional testing, it can be integration testing, UAT, different kind of product, all this stuff. But nowadays, like customer need is that like one person can know everything, like UI testing, mobile testing in terms of automation, API testing, some sort of DevOps, right? Also performance security. So you need to update your skill down the line. Otherwise, you will be like absolute in the market. Your value, you will not be getting much value, and you need to you cannot survive also down the line for the long run. So that is the reason you need to upgrade slowly with all the aspects, but nobody can learn a single all the thing in very minimal time, right? So you need to start with one by one. Okay, that is the way, right? So suppose you can start with the UI tools, any kind of tools. It can be Selenium, it can be UFT, it can be RFT, it can be Tosca. You need to learn the relevant kind of technology, programming language, or the framework. Then you can go with the API testing. Then you can learn security or performance testing. Also, you can get good hold of knowledge in the DevOps as well, because that is the way customer is like demanding. Customer is ready to give kind of any kind of per hour or per day value, but they would require the good skill set people. That is the reason we need, all need to update with the latest trend and technology to sustain in the industry. So what are the training topics will be covered? So you already gone through the syllabus. Still, I am letting you know. So every batch will be on the weekend only. So I'll be taking 2 months time. Like 3 week I'll be taking buffer so that in case like anything is getting over, like sorry, any class is getting cancelled or I'm not scheduling, that can be completed on 2 months time itself. So it will be 7:30 to 9:30 p.m. IST weekend, and today is the start day, and it will go till mid of June. Okay, it will be through Google Meet. Okay, so here like Selenium different things will be covered, WebDriver in the first and two second session, couple of stuff, and from third session onward we will start with Java and we'll cover all the basic to advanced Java, and in the seventh session we will cover the remaining couple of Selenium WebDriver functionality like handling frames, screenshot, right? Windows alert, cookies, all this stuff. And then 8 and 9 I'll be predominantly covering on the test engine framework. You can get to know, like you can start your journey in the test engine from the scratch. You can learn, you can have a good hold of test engine. Then in the 10th and 11 I'll cover like how to read and write the data with the help of Excel sheet and Apache py, and where you can get to know different kind of framework like data driven framework, keyword driven framework, and the combination of data driven keyword which is called as hybrid framework. And the last session you can also know how to create a project using Maven and all the BDD with Cucumber concept. So that is the way like your sessions will be there to a session. And apart from live session, also I'll be sharing couple of video for different aspect like more complex kind of advanced part, and also you can get the videos for Git, GitHub, and Jenkins. Like I'll be sharing it, and like for each and every sessions I'll be sharing the like PDF whatever I was showcasing along with the code. And once session is over, you can get to know, get like close to 1000 interview question answer, couple of more sample framework, and couple of more document as well. So that is the way, like it will be interactive. In case you are facing any kind of challenges problem, like let me know, we'll try to see it out, discuss it, and solve it. So that is the way we'll be interacting. An extra benefit you'll be getting from the course throughout your journey. So be very regular to join the class, okay, and join on time, in time, and go through the documentation, code, and the videos couple of more times for the initial couple of things until you are getting confidence and practice it. So that is the expectation. After 2 to 3 months your journey, you can definitely try to create a framework from the scratch. So that is the way my expectation will be. It is not that I'm just giving the training, you are giving getting the training and you are investing the money and getting the money. No, it should be both way, and you are definitely getting some real time benefit from me. Okay, that is the way, like you'll be also benefited, and I'll be also having a satisfaction that you guys learned and you can get new opportunity as well. So software testing introduction and principle. So so in case you are really new to the IT industry, you can get to know there are a couple of teams in the IT industry. Like it can be development team whose primary objective is to develop the product. There might be BA team like who will be dealing with the requirement, then QA team or testing team or quality assurance team who will be primarily testing the product. There might be support team, domain expert, SME, network management, leadership also. That is the way, like team structure will be there in the information technology. Apart from that, like you can get help from the HR, admin, right? All this stuff, networking and other stuff. Okay, so 20 years back, right, whenever like software came into the market, like 20 years back, there was initial time, there was no separate concept of testing. Actually, developer used to do the testing, which is called unit testing. But after that, like they found that like whenever the product is going live and lot of problem or failures is coming to the product, and whenever analysis they found like this is lack of testing, means the product is not thoroughly tested before it went live in the production. So then testing started, and nowadays lot of testing concepts is there. I'll be covering it. So what is the testing? So so whenever your requirement is there, right, you're getting the requirement from the customer, right, and signing off, right? They're signing up. That is the requirement. Development team need to certify or develop. So from the testing team also you need to certify that whatever way requirement is there, like product is behaving same way. So that requirement is your baseline, and you need to validate that based on a baseline your that thing is working or not. So software testing is the process of evaluating and verifying that a software product or application does what is expected to do based on the requirement. It involves execution of software or system or component using manual or automated tool. It does not matter whether you are doing a manual testing, automation testing, but you need to do the testing based on the requirement. Any kind of gap, fallacy, observation, you need to raise it with the respective stakeholder, and in case it is a valid one, you can log it in the defect, right, as a defect. So there are a lot of tools also available called Azure, Rally, Jira, right, HPLM. So where like you can upload your test cases, you can log a defect, you can map the defect with the test cases, you can fail the test case, you can block the test case like that. Okay. So that is the way. As soon as you are identifying the defect at the early stage, like the fixing cost will be less and less. So that is the reason, right? Nowadays, testing also starting from the early stage, from the requirement stage itself. So the objective is that as much as possible you can discover a defect or identify a gap, like the right prevention or the fixing of the thing will be cost will be less, and project can go smooth without any delay or slippage. So there are a lot of kind of testing is there. So first testing will start with the unit testing, where developer will do the testing and they will certify that basic component wise thing is working or not. Then your testing will start with the functional system testing, where like you'll be going on the module by module wise, like, and you'll be certifying that like thing is working from the testing side. Then your module will be integrated, and then system integration testing will be starting to verify that like whether system integration is working properly and the flow is working properly. Then like it will be on end-to-end testing, where you can get to know all the peripheral component whatever integrate to the system and the flow is completely working or not. Once all are done, right, there are a lot of defect you'll be discovering, and lot of defect will fixes, lot of new like kind of deployment will happen, right? So you need to certify that existing functionality also not broken. So you can also do the regression testing from the existing test cases, right? You can run it either it's a manual or the automation. You can parallelly, once this is done, so customer will be doing the testing at their from their side, that is called UAT testing, right? So from their side it's working fine or not. Before that you can also check with the non-functional testing, which is called NFT, where you can do the like performance, load, trace, test, all this stuff, and you can also do the security testing. So that is the way different kind of testing will be done by different team. But nowadays customer expectation is that a single team can do all this kind of testing, whatever discussed as of now. Okay, before going to the other topics, so I will be discussing three important things. One is called software development life cycle, right? Then software testing life cycle and defect management life cycle. So whenever we are talking about the software development life cycle, it is the developer kind of life cycle. So first there will be requirement will be coming, they will do the planning, then they'll be designing it, and they'll be handing over the code to the testing team who will test it. And once everything is done, sorted out, like the thing will be there in the production or go live, and after that, like your business will be go as usual, so it will be warranty support. Similarly, whenever we are coming for the testing, software testing lifecycle processes, so requirement, then test planning or test strategizing, like then you need to create your test scenario, convert them into the test cases, right? Then you need to kind of validate your environment is stable enough or not, like environment configuration all done. After that, you will do the execution, and where you will be having lot of defect phase by phase wise, and then need to fix it, developer need to fix it, and you need to right retest it also. Then and you need to do the reporting and you need to do the supporting also. So that is the way software testing lifecycle will happen. And the defect management lifecycle. So in case you are finding any flaws or bug or defect, right, you'll be logging as a defect management tool. It can be Jira, Rally, Azure, or ALM, HPLM. Okay, so first you will log the defect, then it will be assigned to the developer. In case developer finds that is not valid, they might reject the defect, but in case they are valid, they need to fix it. Once fix is done, right, developer will let you know through release note and other stuff that defect has been fixed. You can retest it. Okay, then once it is fixed, then you can close it. In case not fixed, again it will go for the like a new another process. Okay, sometimes defect can be withdrawn, sometimes defect can be rejected by the developer. Okay, sometimes defect can be deferred, which is nothing but like the defect is valid, but for the release, like there might be workaround, and the defects can be treated right fixed later point of time due to the budget constraint and other priority line item. Okay, so that is the way your defect management life cycle will be also there along with SDLC and STLC. So what is error, fault, and failure? Error is a human action which produces an incorrect result. Fault, in case you are not solving the error, there might be fault. And failure, in case you are still right ignoring the fault, there might be failure. Suppose I am just giving a simple example of our life. Okay, so we generally skip lunch, breakfast, dinner, and we used to eat like some sort of unhealthy food. So that is the error. We all human being we are doing mostly, right? But in case we are doing the same thing or like long term, that might affect our health, right? Health mean lot of problem might be there, kind of gastric problem, right? Kind of different problem might be coming. So that is called fault. So what we need to do in case some fault is coming, we need to go to doctors and we need to go for some tests, we need to take the medication, all this stuff, right? So that is the way it might make maybe cured or some sort of temporary solution might be there. We can like live maybe for a couple of years more, or maybe the my main problem might be solved. But in case you are ignoring those things, you are not going to doctor, doing any test, not taking any medicine, right? Like your different part of your body can damage, or you can there can be life threatening as well. So that is called failure. So error, we are human being, we are doing, and because of error there might be fault, but we need to like identify the fault, we need to fix the fault, otherwise it can create a failure or the system crash. So that is the way, this is the three link of error, fault, and failure. So what we are talking about the error, but what are the primary condition for which error might occur in the system? So first thing is that we are all human being, we can do some mistake. There might be miscommunication on between the different parties involved, from the top to bottom or the different teams. Requirement is not up to the mark. Like we are working under the tight pressures, we are doing some mistake, we are not getting adequate time for our family, friend, all this stuff. Our health also deteriorating, that might be the condition. Sometimes requirement of the sorry complex of the requirement, right? Sometimes technology is new, we are not having any adequate resources, no proper training also given to us, no proper timing, right, to enable us for that latest technology tool, sorry technology or the tools. Sometimes documented are poorly without proper review. So that is the way, especially whenever we are starting a new project, Like peer review should be there. What is peer review means? Suppose there are 5 person in the team and they can distinguish the work to review it at least one time before committing it, so that any kind of problem like major, minor, or in terms of your overall kind of say template issue, right? Your senior or can discuss, your manager can discuss with you. That is the way things can be sorted out. Environmental conditions. Sometimes your environment is not stable enough, or whatever environment given, right? Some sort of issue is there, blocker is there, so you cannot use the proper environment. So these are the primary condition where error might occur in the system. Then seven, software testing key principles. So all the tests should meet the customer requirement. So you cannot test anything outside requirement customer, right? Software testing should be performed by third party. That is the reason testing team or QA team came into the market. Developer is different mindset, testing is different mindset. That is the way, like it will vary. Otherwise, in case same person is developing, same person is testing, there might be very chances of having any new defect. But in case your mindset is different, you will be thinking from your angles, like, and that angle can create more and more problem to the code, and you can raise the defect at the earlier stage. Sometimes exhaustive testing is not possible. So I'm just giving a simple example. Say your project tenure is for 1 year, right? And initially it was things kind of sorted out that 6 month time it will be taking for development, and remaining 6 months testing team will be getting it, or QA team will be getting it, right, to test all this stuff. But sometime like a development team take a 9 month time, and project timeline cannot be extended, so testing need to be completed by 3 months time. So you cannot do everything, you cannot test everything, but you should focus on the critical item based on the right kind of risk assessment, right, based on the risk based testing approach. So you can try to figure out that testing whatever is important priority, what the execution need to be done, and then you can do it. So that your objective is that within the minimal time I will try to cover the maximum coverage, I will try to execute the critical flow, and I will try to identify the different defects. All the tests to be conducted should be planned before implementing it. Your implementation is done, your product go live, then after that there is no need of testing, right? It follows Pareto rules, 80-20 rules. Means you already know, you in case you are working for a couple of years in the testing industry, like majority of the problem, 80% problem will coming from the 20% area. So that is the way, right? Always you need to give more focus on designing or execution for those area which is very critical to the business, because from those area 20% area maximum 80% defect might be coming to your, right, from the overall testing standpoint. Start testing with small part like unit testing and extend to the large part like SIT system in SIT and the end-to-end part. RD testing saves definitely times and money. Why automation testing? Why automation testing came to the market? So before couple of years back also we all involved in the manual testing, product testing, functional integration end to end, right? We are first used to design the test case based on the requirement. We need to create the scenario, and we used to create couple of test cases from the scenario, and we need to create some testability metrics to map all the requirement, and we need to do all the execution. But sometimes repetitive execution might be required, right? For every week we need to run the sanity. For every big release we need to run the regression, and that might be challenging because, right, in case your 100 test case for the first time you are taking like close to 10% day, second time also it will require 9 or 8 at least, or maybe more than 10 also due to other thing. Okay, that is the way. In case same thing you want to do, right, n number of time, it cannot save you the time. Apart from that, right, in case you want to execute the same thing with different variety of that, it is not possible manually because it will take the same time. So from all this stuff, right, automation testing came into the picture, and through which you can like do the testing with very minimal time frame, right? Whatever coverage you cannot do through manual testing because of the timeline issue, right? You can do, right, complete coverage also. As it is automated and tool is doing, right, technology is doing, right, there will be very less chances of the human error. Maintaining project deadline, like in case you are able to like execute maximum thing on time, right, you are after developing the script, definitely your kind of deadline, project deadline can be maintained. And manual regression. So manual regression might take huge time, but in case you are able to automate your test suite, right, it will be taking very less time. And nowadays, sometime also, right, you can run like trigger a build to run your thing on the nightly basis or in the weekend also. So without manual intervention, you can run it. That is the reason automation testing came into the picture. Okay, so what is automation testing? So whatever we are doing manually, we don't want to do manually. We want to, right, implement a tool, technology, framework, right, and the programming language through which, like, we want to execute our script automated way without manual intervention during night, during weekend as well. Okay, so there will be relevant tool, technology, programming language, and the framework is required to start your journey automation testing. So automation testing, whenever you want to think about the automation testing, you cannot do on the day one. Before that, you need to do a POC or the proof of concept, right? Where you will first analyze that what is your requirement, right? What type of thing you want to automate, whether it's a web-based application, whether it's a Windows-based application, whether it's a mobile-based application like that. So after you analyze it, you can get to know what are the tools you need to implement, what are the technology, what are the framework you need to do it like that. Okay. So that is the whether you will be using Selenium or RFT, Tosca, whether your customer can support the license cost or not. All this stuff will be done as part of the POC here. It is means proof of concept. Then you need to do the ROI calculation, which is nothing. ROI is nothing but the return on investment. Means whatever effort you are investing, you should get some return value. Otherwise, what is the point of this investment? Say you are having 100 regression test cases, 100, and every time it would require 10% day. Okay, but in case say you want to run for 3 times, so it would require 30% day. But if you want to automate 100 test cases, right, so for the first time it will take maybe 30 or 40% day, and after that you need to maintain it, and every time it might take 1 day. So in case you are first time it is taking 40 or 50 day, and again running 3 times like 3 or 4 day, so it is taking 55, close to 55 days. But through manual, it might be 30 days. So your return, whatever amount you are spending, right, whatever effort you are spending, you cannot return it also. Then there is no point of automation unless your customer is demanding that you have to automate it. But in case say same thing, 100 test case you want to run for 20 times, so manual it is required for 20 hours, but for automation, one time investment will be 50 hours, and then for every run, like maybe for 1 hour, mean 20 hours, so 70 hours you can do it. Wherever through manual it is 200 hours, right, or person day. So that is the way you can saving like close to 60-70% effort. So that is the reason whenever you are doing the automation testing, like you need to first focus on the area where you will be running them in again and again and again on daily basis or frequently. Automation testing coverage and key consideration. So what are the different kind of things you can automate? You can automate like functional test suite, regression test suite, MOOC and sanity test suite, and end-to-end lifecycle validation also. But nowadays we need to automate, like in case some build is coming, automatically we can trigger our automation testing execution, which is called build deployment. And apart from that, in most of the industry you already know, right? You need to create some test data. After filling in number of field, you would require the test data set. So that also automation testing that also can be possible, and you can get n number of data with very very minimal time. Okay. So when you need to start automation testing, you cannot start on day one itself, right? You need to calculate the return of investment ROI. You need to do the POC. You need to select the right tool. After that, you need to find out that whether your application is stable and or not. Your requirement is stable or not. Unless you should not start the automation because your effort will be right. Whatever spending you think again, you need to rework and revisit. Like any kind of project is having very very tough timeline, right? They can automate and they can execute it on the evening or the night or the weekend also, right? And whatever project they used to execute same thing again and again and again, definitely those this thing can be considered. The key consideration before an automation testing solution. So what kind of technology you want to automate, whether it's a web based or window based or mobile testing, all this stuff. Can you proceed for open source tool or the commercial license tool? Because open sometime customer will not pay anything as part of the license cost, right? But in case you are buying or taking licenses for some of the tools, definitely the tool is having some inbuilt feature and that will be help you, right, to easily automate it. But in case it is a free tool, right, you need to learn the thing, you need to write so many line of code and then only you can do it. How much training is required? So like something might be new for the team, right, but it is not like that they will not start anything, but you need to make sure that you are giving proper training, right, and this so that they can be capable enough to start their journey in the particular new thing. Does the tool match user current software testing process or not? Do I prefer in-house implementation? I mean, in case your organization or customer is having some tool, those tool can be taken care also or not. That is part of the also need to investigate. Automation testing lifecycle, just like SDLC, STLC defect management lifecycle, there will be automation testing lifecycle also. First, it will be planning, means you'll be going through the requirement or test cases. You'll be identifying what are the test cases can be automated, right? Then you will be identifying like whether say web-based, window-based, mobile-based, all this stuff. Then you will be also identifying different kind of object and test case, whatever you need to automate it for different phases. Then your test script design will start. You can create a page object library or reusable component, right? Method and test this test tip with the help of different element locator technique. Then you need to, once your design is done, it is not like that you have ended everything. No. After that, you need to enhance your test script because multiple person might work on different test script, so they are not up to the mark. But your script, whatever you are doing, that need to be initially like peer reviewed, or your manager or your lead can review it. After that, they can give suggestion, and you need to incorporate everything, right? So that is the way your thing will be better and better and better down the line. Once everything is done, right, you need to also add some validation point, because automation objective is not from like from one screen to one screen. No, it is not like that. But every screen, whatever validation is there, right, you need to verify that your thing is working properly or not. You need to use, like, instead of hard-coded value, you need to use for the data-driven testing. You can use the take the data from the Excel sheet, all this stuff, and you need to handle the different kind of expected or unexpected error. Otherwise, your things might be scratched unless you are knowing all these things and trying to fix it in the advance. Once everything is done, you can run them, you can analyze your code, you can understand whatever is failing, what is the reason, and then also after like checking with your functional team, right, you can log a defect. Analyze the test result and defect reporting, and that is the part of for every tester or QA representative. You need to analyze the result and need to share with the respective stakeholder. Any defect, right, you need to thoroughly track it, whether it's a fix or not. In case it's fixed, you need to do that retesting and close it. I will take a pause now before going to the other slide. So another couple of slides is theoretical. After that, we'll be we'll be going to the practical part. Okay, this session first couple of minutes, I want to give you some idea on the testing. That is the reason. Maybe you already worked on the testing for a long time, but still I want to give some high level idea. So from where automation testing is coming and what are the way, right? We'll be slowly trying to develop the thing in the automation testing. Okay. Are you able to get it, guys? Am I going too fast? Everyone, all good? Okay. So you can give me any suggestion. So in case like I am having some speed issue, right? You are not able to understand anything. Stop me there, right? Maybe you can raise your hand. I will discussing. That is the reason. After a couple of things over, I used to take a pause. I want to hear the challenges, issues from your side, and definitely I will react accordingly. Okay. So definitely, I mean, every person, human person, being have some sort of issues, but everyone is not capable enough to take it forward, right? So that whatever challenges or problem you're facing, let me know. We will discuss it one more time, through more time. Your objective is that we have to learn it, right? So my expectation will be that everybody is learning the thing, everybody is trying hard to get the thing. After learning, people are getting happy. They are working for the existing project or new company as well. Okay. So there are a lot of tools available in the market. Few are licensed, few are like free tools. So Selenium is then SOAP UI, APM, TestEngine, Gemini. These are the different tools in the freely available. So Selenium is very powerful tool primarily for the web-based testing, whereas QTP, RFT, Tosca, Silk all are licensed tool primarily. Like UFT or QTP is like for the non-web based application or Windows based application, it is used with the inbuilt object repository feature. RFT also is for different functional regression, GUI and relevant testing. Tosca is a powerful automation, sometimes told as the codeless automation as well, especially for the functional regression testing of various software project. Silk also used for desktop, mobile, web-based application. Sequely also used for the GUI testing. In case you want to focus more testing on the GUI, right, then you can use the Sequely. SOAP UI, Postman, all for API testing. APM primarily for the mobile-based testing, like it can be native app testing or mobile web application testing. And testing in JUnit is the framework. JUnit primarily used by the developer. Okay, it's the unit testing framework. Where testing is the test framework from the where like QA person can use it to generate beautiful report. There are a lot of advantages, features. Slowly, whenever you'll be learning it, it will be giving you more and more value add, right, and more interesting thing. Type of Selenium. When Selenium came to the market, Selenium ID was there, integrated environment. Then Selenium RC came. Then Selenium WebDriver, and then Selenium RC and WebDriver March, and Selenium 2, 3, and nowadays 4 point something version is available. And Selenium Grid is primarily for that kind of distributed or parallel testing. So Selenium ID is nothing but the integrated data environment, a Firefox add-on which came whenever it started in 2007, 8 like that. Okay, and record premium mechanism, but nobody uses that one right now. Okay, Selenium RC or remote control, which is the first Selenium tool that allows user to use the programming language in creating complex text. Wherever WebDriver is the newer breakthrough, which allows all the QA to test their script to communicate directly to the browser, hereby controlling it from the OS level. And lastly, Selenium Grid. It is a tool. It can be used to Selenium RC to run parallel tests across different machines and different browser all at the same time. Parallel execution means running the multiple tests as so one, or sometimes it is called threading concept, multiple thread. Okay, so you can give the lot of thread there. When I'll be slowly learning it. Okay, and those thread will work accordingly to do the parallel or distributed testing. What are the advantages of Selenium? Selenium is a free tool. It can primarily be used for the web-based application testing, right? No licensing cost. Selenium support different programming language starting with Java, C Hash, Python, JavaScript, sorry, not JavaScript, Perl, PHP, etc. Like it can be used in different operating system like Linux, Mac, or Windows. It support different browser like starting with the Chrome, Firefox, Safari, all these browser. Okay, and Selenium grids help us to parallel or distributed testing. Okay, and it uses very large hardware because in case you are using EFT, the hardware usage is more and more, but here it is very less. What are the advantages? Every tool has a free tool, right? There might be disadvantages. Nowadays, Selenium is having a lot of new versions, which definitely kind of nullifying couple of disadvantages, but still. Okay, so there are REST services, SOAP services that cannot be automated using Selenium, right? You would require proper knowledge, Getty, to start your journey on the automation using Selenium. There is no object repository concept in Selenium, so mental build of the might become difficult. And for reading the file from the Excel sheet, right, you would need to rely on the external file. Sometimes you need to get custom library function, all this stuff. So Selenium support different browser like Chrome, Firefox, Opera, Android, and iOS devices as well. Different it supports like Mac, Windows, Linux. There are a lot of language starting with Perl, PHP, Ruby, Python, CS, Java. Selenium WebDriver is more faster than Selenium RC and Selenium IDE. It controls the browser by programming. It supports data-driven and cross-browser testing. It supports parallel test execution with the help of the JUnit or TestNG. What are the preconditions to start your journey on the Selenium? First thing is that you would require Java, any version beyond 1.11. After that, you would require the IDE. It can be Eclipse or IntelliJ. You require the Selenium jar file because we'll be starting our journey using Java project. Okay, so that is the reason you will download the jar file, Selenium jar file, where a lot of methods, interface will be there, and you can use them those methods in the real time. Okay, Then you require the different exe file for the driver. In case you are using Chrome browser, it will be Chrome driver. In case you are using Firefox browser, it will be Gecko driver, like that. So these are the couple of stuff is required. So for the Java part, if you open the URL, right, that is the URL https still.html. If you open that URL, you could able to give it lot of Java file, right? You need to click based on your operating system, Mac, Linux, or Windows. In case it's Windows, you can get to know whether it's 64-bit or 32-bit. You can download the Java. So once you are downloaded, you need to open the Excel file, and sometime in the initial time, you need to set up your ID password, you need to create it, and then you can install it. One installation is done. If you go to your C drive, right, in the C drive, you could found something called program files. There will be something called Java, right? And you could able to see JDK, all this file will be there. So that is the way. Once it is done, you need to set the path of the Java variable. How can you do it? You need to go to the My Computer, right click in the properties, go to the advanced system setting. This is the only one time activity, settings, sorry, advanced environment variable. And here you need to give something called Java underscore home in variable name, and you need to give the path till JDK. That path you need to give it, right? Java till JDK. Okay, in the Java underscore home, you can click on the new. Similarly, you need to go to the path variable, you need to edit it, and you need to give that till the bin path. That path you need to give it till that bin. And for the first one, you need to give simply give the Java underscore home until the JDK path. So that is the first thing after installing the Java. Second thing, you need to install your jar file, Selenium, sorry, Eclipse. So I have already given the path there, www.eclipse.org, download the Eclipse packages. So if you just go to that one URL, okay, Eclipse package, you'll be getting lot of versions, but better to use that developer version. I think latest version came 2024. Okay, you can click on the Eclipse ID for Java developer for your Windows machine or Linux or the Mac machine. Then you can after download it, right, you need to open the exe file, and you need to completely download it, and then you need to use it for the Eclipse ID for the Java developer. So initial time, right, you need to create some workspace. Once the workspace is saved, there will be some icon, right, like that. Eclipse version. It is 2022 version September, but you can download now 2024 version also. If you double click here, it will first give you to select the workspace. If you select the workspace, right, it will open it. You already open it, that is already not showing here. You could see that it will look like. In case a new thing, right, left will be completely blank and no new project will be there. But in case you are already created a couple of stuff, right, then you can get to retrieve those also. Then third one is Selenium jar file, right? So if you go to the URL, right, Selenium WebDriver jar file docs.selenium.hq.org.download. You can go to that path directly. This is the path you can go. Okay, there are a lot of version 4.19 is available, but still I can use the stable version which is 3.14 also. But yeah, 4 version also I will let you know explain how to use it. But there's no much difference. Only couple of things is different also. So here there will be link called all version. Yeah, download previous IDE version. If you click here, you can get the version previous releases here. You need to click it. You could see 4.19, 4.18. So better as of now, I did not use 4 as of now, but I'll be creating couple of video for 4 version. What are the new thing came? But you can use a simple one, that one. Selenium 3.141 you can get for your thing. Okay, yeah. Selenium Java, that jar file, you can use it. And you can simply download, right? Selenium server standalone, that was jar file. You can download. So it will look like that. Selenium. hmm, Okay. Chrome browser. Yeah. Version 3.1.4. Where is my jar file? Gecko driver. Okay. I can download it once more time. Not be a problem at all. Okay. And you can paste it somewhere. You can go to the download folder once it is downloaded, and you can paste it here to your desktop, right? Okay, I think already there in my desktop. Yes, that is the version, right? You could see it's already there. Okay, someone is having some questions? Yes. Hmm. No, 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 no. Here also just in 3 point. I will cover you in the 4 also, not be worry. Okay, in the upcoming class. So here I think main difference is that you can use WebDriver Manager instead of downloading the exe file for every browser. Apart from that, there are 8 element locator in Selenium 3, and in 4 like there will be more 1 or 2 element locator. And couple of things might be method name got changed here and there. Okay, and yeah, so it will be helping you right to easily, but still most of the project uses Selenium 3. You will be learning Selenium 3 and 4 both here in the course. Okay. So I'll be doing it for Selenium 3, and that is already done. And then you need to go for like driver browser, right? For busting your browser. So in case you want to do it the Chrome browser, so what you need to do first, you need to check the version, browser version. So you can open your browsers and you can click here, right triple dot button. You can go down and you click on the help and about Google Chrome. So you can get to know what is your browser version. You could see 1.123, right? Version. So what you can do, you can simply go Google, download, okay, Google Chrome driver for Selenium version 123. Okay, simply that thing you can download. You could see right? That link is coming. Okay, then you here you could get only version till 104. So you need to click on that link. The Chrome for testing available dashboard. Now you could see what is the stable version, right? 123 stable version. You can click on the stable link. And now you need to go what is the Chrome driver, right? I want to do it for the Chrome driver. My system is Windows 64, so I can go here. Okay, that link, Chrome driver. Please select not for Chrome, it is browser, it is driver. And what is system, Windows or Mac or Linux? So based on this thing, you need to click on that link, and you can click here. Automatically be downloaded that exe file, right? If you open that driver, you could see like there's a exe file that you can store in any of the drive, right? So you could see here it is already there, chrome driver.exe file. So that is the fourth thing you need to do. What you need to do? First, you need to install Java, any version beyond 1.11, whatever version you can do. Once Java is downloaded, right, then you need to set up the path and Java home variable. Second thing, you need to install Eclipse, any version, right, for the developer use version. And you need to set it up, all the thing. You need to download the Selenium jar file. You need to download the exe file for the relevant browser like Chrome driver or Firefox driver, Gecko driver like that. So one driver I'll be one browser I'll be covering, And other browser similar way you can download the relevant jar file for this, sorry, relevant exe file for this, and then you can create try to execute your code using with the help of the other browser, also Safari or the Firefox as well. Okay, once your thing is done, fourth thing is done, then you can try to create a new project in the Eclipse, and you can start running some code, and you can see whether it's running or not. Okay, so what I'll go to Eclipse. I will try to create a Java project, and slowly also you can learn how to do with the Maven project. So what is the difference between Java and Maven project? So in Java project, you'll be downloading the jar file and other stuff manually and be associating it to the project level, so that in that particular project, whatever packages, class you are creating, automatically those things will be taken care by this project. But in case of Maven project, right, there will be pom.xml file, which is nothing but brother project object model. Sometimes the pom means the page object model, but here Maven pom.xml files mean method Maven project object model file, where you need to add the dependency which you can get it from the Maven site. So I'll be covering it in the last couple of sessions, so you can get to know, no need to worry. So automatically what will happen once you add the dependency and what save it, automatically will try to get all the details from that Maven central repository, right? Okay, then it will be downloaded. So in case tomorrow version is getting changed, you just update the version automatically. What will happen? It will remove the old version directory or the jar file or the exe file, and it will upload only the new version thing to the project. So that is the way it will help you. But Java project is like definitely you need to create a Java project, a lot of folders and other stuff you can maintain it, and then you need to associate the jar file every time manually. So there is a file, new project or Java project, you can click it. Here you need to give some name, say Selenium April 2024 training batch. Here you can select Java SE 1.5 and anything on what you can click on next, right? You can click on finish. That's all. So project got created like Selenium April 2004. If you go to the SRC folder, you can try to create, right click here, try to create a class, right? First package. SRC folder, you can create a package, right click, new and package. Say training, my package. You can create multiple package in search folder, right? And the training package, I can want to create a class called session one. So here you need to select the public static void main. No need to worry right now. I'll be covering Java from session third onward. So till that time, you'll be having some confusion with the different term. No need to worry. You click on finish. So you could see your project, your class got created. Now, if you want to write some code using Java, ISO, like here you could say like first Java program. So ISO method or system output out dot like system dot out println will help you to print something, and that I am giving in the double quote means it is string format. And every line of code in Java will end with semicolon. Now, if you just how to run it, save the code in the class, right click here and click on run as Java application. So that is the way it run. You could see this is the console. It is showing as fast Java program whatever I've tried to written in the my like line of code. But I cannot run any code for Selenium WebDriver. Why? Because I have installed Java. I have created a Java project and created a class. But still, what's the problem? I did not like kind of added my Selenium dependency, Selenium jar file to the project. How you need to add it? Because you could see only Java is added because Java project automatically all the things from the Java you can get it. Okay, but you cannot use Selenium. Why? Because right you did not associate the Selenium jar file. So what you need to do first thing, you need to right click here in the project level. You need to go to the properties. You need to click on the Java build path here. Okay, I am again showing you. Right click on the project, go to the properties, Java build path, and click on add external jars and select that wherever it is there, Selenium standalone jar file, that version, right? And open it and click on apply and close. Now you could see the reference library is getting added to the project. Why? Because here only Selenium jar file added, right? That jar file added, and here from where you can get access all the classes or interfaces and the method under that particular class. So right now no need to understand all this term, just try to just hear it only, because all these things will be covered in the Java classes from the scratch. You can get to know every object, what is main, what is system layout, all this stuff. Main method means with in Java programming, Java project, without the main method you cannot run any project program. That is the reason main method is always mandatory. And SO method is nothing but if you want to print something in the console, that you need to use always the SO method. After that you can give the message name within the double quote, so string format. Whenever you are creating some of the thing, right, classes, packages, other stuff, couple of things you need to remember. Class name, it should be uppercase, it should be noun form. Interface, in case you are creating, it should be uppercase letter in the adjective form. Method name should be always lowercase in the verb form. Variable name should start with lowercase. Package name should start with lowercase also. That is the some important naming convention in Java. You need to follow it. Now I want to run my first test script like for the Chrome browser. So what I need to do, let's comment it out, this code. Like I want to open the Chrome browser, I want to launch equal, I want to quit the browser maybe. That is my simple thing, right? So my Selenium jar file loaded. So what you need to do, you need to type system, which is the predefined class in Java, dot, there is a method called set property. You could see set property, right? Not properties, property, dot property. Set property, that one. You need to give key and value pair combination, right? Here, what will be the key? It will be always fixed for the Chrome browser. Web driver dot Chrome, CHROME dot driver. Okay, that is the double quote. And next one, WebDriver dot Chrome dot CHROME, Chrome dot driver. And next one will be your location of the exe file. So where it is placed, right click here, click on the properties. So what is the path? Yeah, this is the path it is placed, right? See user del desktop, that is my path here. Give within the double quote, then slash slash. What is the name of the file? Name of the file is Chrome driver, and what is the extension .exe. That is the way you can get to know the complete, but you don't need to worry about anything. .exe within the double quote again, and you need to end with colon. That's all. You could see there is no error message, right? Then you need to create an object or instance for the Chrome driver. So there is a WebDriver interface available in Selenium. So WebDriver is the interface. What is the difference between interface and class? You can get to know slowly. No need to worry about right now in the first class. So I'll be using WebDriver, that is the interface. I cannot create an object directly for the interface in Java, so I need to use the Chrome driver class. New Chrome driver. That is the class, and WebDriver is the interface. Now you could see some error messages there, right? Whatever you have written, WebDriver D will be caps, WebDriver. That exact syntax, because Java is case sensitive. In case you are doing any mistake with the kind of uppercase, lowercase, it is not same. You could see some error messages coming here. You have to select here. You need to see it is giving some suggestion. What from where WebDriver is coming? WebDriver is coming from the org.openkey.selenium package. If you import it, automatically your issue will be solved. Still some error message. Why? Because Chrome driver it is not able to understand. So from where Chrome driver is coming, it is coming from the org openkey.selenium.com packages, whatever Selenium jar file you have loaded in the project. So now you could see error message gone, but still yellow color, right? Warning message means why? Because whatever driver object were created as of now, we did not use anywhere. That is the reason giving you warning that you have created something but you are not using them. So after that, that setup is done. I want to maximize my web browser. Driver dot manage dot window. That is the line of code you need to use. Dot window dot maximize. That is the method name. Okay, so it will maximize. After that, in case you want to pass some URL, divert dot get. You could see. So get is, what is get? Get is the method, right? But from where it is coming? It is coming from the WebDriver interface. What is get method? Get is the method name, and you need to pass some URL as a string format, and return will be, output will be void, means it will not return anything in the console. Instead of that, you will try to perform some operation based on the characteristic. So that is the way, right? Don't try to recall everything. Just try to use the syntax and try to write your code and understand everything. So in case I want to open some URL, so I need to give the URL name. So I want to open like URL called Google within the double quote because it's string format, and you need to end it. Okay. Now if you want to run it, so what will happen? Your code, it will not print anything. Okay. It will simply open the Chrome browser, maximize it, and it will launch that Google page. That's all. That is the way it will work accordingly. You could see browser open, maximize, and Google page open. Right. That's all. But it did not printed anything in the console, right? Because I did not wanted to print anything. Now in case you want to print something in the console like title or the current URL, you need to use again SYSO, right? Driver dot title, get title. It will print the get title. Similarly, if you want to print the current URL, driver dot get current URL. That is the get current URL. You could see all the method like get page source, get title, right? Get is the thing. All this stuff will be there. And after that, I want to close it. Driver dot close, right? I can close the win whatever opened, right? Now let's try to run it so that these are the thing will be printed out in the console. Current title and the current URL. And driver browser will be closed. Whatever is open, it will be closed. Either driver dot close or driver dot quit. So Google page open, it will print the thing and it will be closing it. So what is the title? Title is Google of the page, Google. And what is the current URL? www.google.co.in. So that is the way you can deal with this part. You can start your journey and you can write some sample code for Selenium WebDriver. The element part I'll be covering later. So I already covered like how to get the title here. To return the title of the current browser, you can store in some string format also. Driver.get title. How you can get to know? Okay, what is thing? So if you press driver dot get title, you could see get current URL. From where it is coming? It is coming from the WebDriver. And what is return type? Return type is string. So you can store in some string and then that particular string you can print it out in the console. So the title also is coming from the WebDriver interface. Return type is string. So that is the way you can get to know how where you need to store it. And if you want to get the page source, it will return the HTML page source of the current Focus browser. Get current URL, it will return you the current URL of the Focus browser. Then there are a lot of kind of browser command available in Selenium WebDriver. If you want to navigate from one page to another page, you need to use get or navigate to. Right? If you want to close a focus browser only, you need to use close. If you want to close it all the browser, you can use the quit. If you want to back the page, navigate dot back. Similarly, navigate dot forward to forward the thing. If you want to go again, refresh the page. If you want to use navigate dot refresh, and you already seen that one, right? If you want to maximize the focus browser, manage dot window to maximize. So now I already came to a page, right? I already opened that one, get the title of the current page, all this stuff. And before closing it, right, I want to go to the other page, driver dot navigate dot to. And so since from the Google page, I want to go to the Facebook page. Okay, then URL you can copy it and you can enter, right? After that, again, you can go driver dot navigate dot back. So it will be return type is non void, I mean it will not return anything, it will just simply do the steps. Then driver dot navigate dot forward. It will again forward the thing. Similarly, you can use driver dot refresh No, navigate dot refresh. It will refresh the page. So, but this operation will be very fast. You will not able to understand, right? If you just run it, so it will be very very fast. You will not able to understand how system is happening. Okay, you will know. You could see this will be very very fast, very very fast, right? So you are not able to see that thing. So, but in case you are giving some thread time, right? Thread dot sleep, so that it will wait for that time. So in case you are giving a thread dot sleep, you need to surround the try catch block, or you need to go with some declaration. You can do some declaration called exception. So for every step you can give some 3 seconds. But in the real time, it's better to avoid all this thread timeout. Okay, we will be seeing that how do you use implicit timer or other stuff, but better to avoid that thread dot sleep. Otherwise, your script will be always slave for that one, right? Wait for the 3 second, 4 second time, and it will delay the execution time. Now, if you open it, it will first open the browser, maximize it, like it will launch the Google page, wait for 3 seconds, it will navigate back to the Facebook page, wait for 3 seconds, it will again forward to the Google page, wait for 3 seconds, again navigate back to the Facebook page, wait for 3 seconds, refresh the page, okay, wait for 3 seconds, close the page. So that is the way code will work, right? You could see that is working fine, and I can get to know that one. Immediately for every step, you can get to know driver, like current URL and other URL also. So that is the way you can do the different kind of like operation